that's all I wanted to say. I'm going to invite Maria Emilia to talk a little bit, and then we can have.
So just so we're going to continue. So during, I'm going to hear from Bob Houlihan soon, and then in the later part of the afternoon, we'll be breaking into discussion groups. And one of the discussion groups is developing a global B Corp research agenda. So that will really build nicely on some of the things that Joel was just saying in this prior slide. Yeah. So people who are really interested in that topic, you should just join the discussion group number 2 this afternoon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joel.
I have a question for Joel. You didn't cite your own thing like the AMJ one, and that's like a high-level, impactful, visible journal. Any reason?
I think it's there.
Yeah,
It's there. I took the JDV out because you can't yet find it online. So, but the AMJ is indexed and available.
Are you sharing the slides?
This is I can easily do that. Yeah, we can talk about how to like share all of the assets from this afterwards.
Well, so thank you very much. I've been asked to speak a little bit about Sistema B and Academia B, because you've heard the word, but you know, many of you, what I'm talking about. So the B corporations were created by B Lab in the US around the year 2007. And they started promoting B corporations primarily in the US and a little bit in Canada, and also promoting this legislation that allows for the creation of the incorporation of benefit corporations, right? So by the year 2011, a group of us got together in Latin America and decided to create an organization called Sistema B. To actually, our vision is to promote a new economy where success is measured in terms of well-being for people and planet. And we think that the point of entry for that systemic change towards a new economy is business. And we thought that in order for this idea to become actionable, the B corporations were a very good model and a very good tool to start this systemic change. So we, 4 friends, 4 entrepreneurs, we went to the US and met with the B Lab creators, the 3 co-founders. And we said, we want to bring this to Latin America, would you be interested? And they said, okay. And then at the same time we said, but it makes sense for all of us for this to become a global movement, because the tool is extraordinary and it works everywhere. But what we need is to change the economy. So let's make this a global movement. This was 2011. And we started in 2012 with a formal organization called Sistema B. We started in Chile, Argentina, and Colombia, just because the co-founders are from those 2 countries. But 5 years later, we are formally present in 10 countries in Latin America. We are active in 3 more, so we're actually present in 13 countries in Latin America. And we have been very active agents in the creation of what is today a global movement. Yesterday we had, and this is the other question, the Global Partners Meeting. So today we have B corporations in 52 countries around the world. And we have dedicated agents to promote this idea of B corporations in a new economy in the 7 continents. So B Lab, as an organization and as an NGO serving the movement, exists in the US, and they are in charge of the certification. They are the only centralized body that produces the B impact assessment and certifies. The certification is unique, and it's only they are the ones certified. So if you certify in China, in Chile, or in the US, you will go through the same process. And the certification is given by B Lab. There are, however, a great deal of other activities done around the promotion of a new economy and a new type of business for the world. And there are dedicated agents in Canada, the UK, Italy, Holland. Marcelo, who was here this morning, is the creator of B Lab in Europe, Australia, Taiwan, and Sistema B in Latin America and Africa as well. So there's like dedicated agents in all the 7 continents. In doing this movement or promoting this movement, I started realizing that we started getting literally hundreds of students coming from schools, from very prestigious universities and all, coming to us saying, we want to work in a different type of corporation. We're not looking forward only to salary. We're all looking for purpose and work. So they wanted to learn more about Sistema B, the big corporations and the new economy. So at the beginning, we started going to lecturing in every school that we were invited, but it didn't make any sense whatsoever. So we ended up creating Academia B as an initiative within Sistema B with a Latin American focus, but that today is a global focus, to promote new economy and big corporations as a new area of research and learning. So we're promoting research around the impact of big corporations. We're doing it in Latin America, but the idea is to, as we have heard here, to hear what happens with big corporations all around the world. We have done research, or we started research on the learnings from big corporations in Latin America regarding climate change. We opened a research call on what can we learn from women leading big corporations in Latin America. We also have issued a research call to characterize how big corps in Latin America are acting towards inclusion of women and youth. And we're also very interested in helping teachers who want to include the new economy and the big corporations into their teaching material. So we issued a call for innovative curricula design for business schools and law schools. And that's going to, and for business, for teaching case studies, right? So we're having 8 Harvard-style case studies being produced about Latin American big corporations right now. And we'll have these 2 curricula being produced in the next following months. We have resources like this library, online library, where we invite everyone who wants to get their publications there, because, you know, since January, between January and June, our library has had almost 100,000 visitors. So that speaks to you about the desire of people to learn about the information that you have here. So maybe we will not be a peer-reviewed place or whatever, but you will be read if you are published in Academia B. There's also a blog where we have about 7,000 readers per month. We started a couple months ago. So that, you know, what we see is that people are looking for this kind of information from academia, but also from the side of entrepreneurs. And the third, so we want to promote research, we want to promote teaching. And the third line of action that I'm fascinated with is promoting networks led by students. So that's why we have Beatriz here today, because I think that the students are a very strong force for change as within schools. And I think there's a great opportunity in having students be proactive and have proposals and not just critiques. And they can talk and work with their teachers to advance towards a new type of learning. So we're very interested in, everyone is invited to, if you have students that would be interested in being part of this network, we would love to maybe have a platform where they can start realizing that Beatriz in Brazil can have, you know, peers in Canada, in China, and so on and so forth, so they can get to them. They will be a very strong force for change. In a couple of years, we'll see extraordinary things happening from there. Sistema B, we have an annual meeting, or the regional meeting for the Latin American big corporations and the B movement. Our next meeting is going to happen November 29th in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And we are starting with an academic meeting. It's the 29th of November from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. You're certainly all invited. We just opened, and because everything we do is very democratic, so we open to whoever wants to present. There's a link that you can offer your paper or your idea or suggest someone that you would like to listen to. And the idea for this meeting is to inspire all of us to think about Latin America as a source for change for the world. The invitation for this meeting in November is for all of us to start thinking globally, no matter where we are in the world. And this is the invitation that I would end up with today. We have today a wonderful global gathering. I'm fascinated to see that we have people from so many different countries and nationalities and perspectives. And I think that the global movement for a new economy has a great deal more possibility to be very successful because we have different perspectives from around the world and great thinkers like you people helping us advance faster, deeper, and in a more committed way to a better world. Thank you so much.
Few minutes, I mean, so I guess we would open it up to like questions or observations or.
Emilia, very impressive work in only 5 years. I just have 2 quick questions
Okay.
to ask this, but I'm curious about your legal structure under, what legal form you are incorporated, and then where are your funding sources?
Yeah, Sistema B is an ongoing project. So we started with a foundation in Chile, a corporation in Chile, incorporated in Chile. And then we started incorporating individual organizations in each country where we operate. So today we have something we're calling Sistema B International with a board of its own and staff and an agenda and so on and a strategy. And then we have individual organizations in each country. We have, however, and we have legal entities because we are financed through donations, basically for multilateral organizations, international foundations, and high net individuals in country. And so in order to receive those monies, we need to have a legal entity. However, Sistema B has been defined by definition like a very, very, very small organization. I am averse to fixed costs. So the idea is that Sistema B is always going to be a very, very, very small organization, and it grows because it articulates with many. So multipliers that has been mentioned here several times is an effort to help a lot of other people who want to join in, understand what we do, and allow them to act on their own. We also have local Sistema Bs in cities or communities or different types of organizations that are advancing towards a new economy as well. So this is actually a very interesting research topic. We are a strange type of organization, I think very effective, but not very traditional in many ways. So should I?
I think that's probably good because I think we're probably ready to start.
Yes, I